There we go, and we are live. Okay, welcome. I'm a little behind tonight. I'm usually have my stuff to get my crap together by now, but I will put some comments in here in the. Oh, come on, computer to cooperate here. Trying to put some comments into the chat here about the usual things. So give me a moment here. We'll do that. Especially for the new people. Anybody new out there? We gotta give them all the right information. So if you're new, and you've not been on my auctions before, we'll give you some details. But right now, you need to email me your information, your real name, if it's not the same as your YouTube name, which is most likely the case, and your shipping and PayPal information, because that's what I use is PayPal for invoicing, although I can support Zelle, Cash App, and Venmo. But I need to know that in advance. You need to tell me. Boy, something really harsh with the light here. Is it this one? No, that's not it. Must be this one. All right, well, we'll figure that out. Okay, anyway. And so let's see, the biddings here will usually, most of my items will start less. Most, not all, of my items will start less than $10, and so it's $1 increments up to $10, and then or more, and $2 or more after $10, and that's pretty simple. I don't expect to get anything above that, so I don't have to worry about the any big ticket items. I have several of those types of items, but I'm not promoting any of those here. Those actually are on my eBay site, which I hope you will check. If you go to my channel, in my about my channel, there will be links to eBay and Poshmark, and I don't know if I've got anything on the other sites yet right now. Anyway, so once I sold the chat, it closes the bidding, and that's pretty typical for most of these people. I don't think I'm doing multiple items. No, I'm not doing multiple items tonight. So that makes it easier. And let's see what else. Oh, and we do have some silver and some gold electroplate, I guess is the best way to put it, items tonight. So I will talk about those when we get to them. And that covers all the intro stuff as far as the business part of it goes. Boy, that really is harsh from that light. I don't know if I kill it, if it does it, how bad it looks. Yeah, at least it's not so harsh. Anyway, so that is where we are. Speaking of where we are in Northwest Vermont, about 2 hours from south of Montreal, in the northwest corner of Vermont, about half an hour to 45 minutes drive to Lake Champlain, about a 25 to 30 minute drive to Burlington, Vermont, so near the city. But I'm up in the country, rural, very rural, up here in the, I wouldn't say in the woods, but we're certainly, I have neighbors, so it's not totally out there. But yet I'm right on the edge of the small town, so not too bad. We get to our grocery shopping and all that kind of stuff pretty easily. We are right now experiencing the typical spring weather where you don't know what it's going to be. Hey, Marlene, good evening. We're typical spring weather right now where it rains and then it feels I got down to, we had a slight frost last night, but now tonight it's going to be in the 50s. So, and we're going to be up and down weather-wise, but 50s and 60s, maybe some 70s over the next couple of weeks. But we've had some weather just like that for the past 2 weeks, so up and down, up and down. We had snow right up till the end of April, so it was not this past weekend, but the weekend before we had a small snowstorm. So that's all gone. So the flowers are blooming, our daffodils are up. I got a huge bed of daffodils up by the road, and it's really quite pretty. And the birds are chirping and happily feeding off our bird feeders. And it's been nice to be able to take the dog for a walk. So, although we got to watch out for ticks now. So it's something. But otherwise, doing okay. So it's going to be mostly jewelry as it's been in the past few weeks here. I've got a few non-jewelry items, which I'll start with, a couple of items like that, and we'll go from there. And I tried to be quick about the invoices. I've got, yeah, I don't like well, my wife's allergic, so we to wasps and things like that, so we have to be really careful. I've got wasp traps and things like that, and we put up fake. They look like that conical shape that look like a wasp nest that you see often hang off the side of an eave of a house. We put fake ones up, and those actually keep them away. That works. My daughter clued me in on that, and they really do work. It keeps away the wasps from building nests on the side of the house. So, and then I've got a few traps that we put by our back deck, which not by the deck, but just a little ways away from the deck, so it draws them away from us. So that works. But we usually have the usual black flies, mosquitoes, and all that kind of thing. That's what you get when you live on places like this. So, and of course, right now it's been very wet, so good breeding grounds for insects. But like I said, we encourage the birds to live around here, so they clean up a lot of the insects for us. Haven't seen the bats out yet this year, but we do have bats that hang around too, which is kind of cool. Kind of like this. So they have to eat their share of insects. So, let's see. Is there anything else? So yeah, I'm on Thursday again this week, as you can tell. Well, yesterday was my birthday, so and I spent some time with the family last night, which was nice. And got a couple nice gifts from my wife, and nice gift from the kids, and got a nice gift from some of our friends as well. So that was nice. And so we will look forward to playing with those new toys that I got. So, and probably come in handy when we go on vacations. Well, at least one of them will. So. Anyway, let me think. What else? So I guess that kind of covers the chit chat part, and we'll get into some of the stuff. I'm working really strange hours right now. I have to get up at 6:30 in the morning, so to be at work for 7:30 because it's a long story, but it's the way it is. So I'll try and run through. I'm going to go through it fairly quickly tonight, but. Yes, definitely treasure memories with family. You got that right. So I'm really lucky that we have all of our family close by. So yeah, except for my sister. So, but all our daughters live nearby. So and grandkids and everything. So yeah, it's cool. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, let's go switch cameras, and we'll start out with a rather unusual piece. I've never tried to sell something like this before. It's sheet music. But this is a really nice piece. It's from 1982, I think. Elton John, if you don't recognize him. And this is the music for the song Blue Eyes with piano, vocal, and guitar. Oops, let me get my thing here. So let me type in what we're going to do here. Elton John music. And I'll show you the interior in a bit here. We'll start this at $5, if that's way below what I'm seeing go for out there. So, but I thought somebody might be interested. It is really not a complicated piece of sheet music. It's 2 pages. So it's page 1, page 2, page 3. And that's it. And there's nothing on the back. So, but I realized that this is because if it's vintage, it might be something very desirable for someone or anybody who's an Elton John fan. But like I say, this goes back a few years, 1982. And it says recorded by Elton John and the words and music by Elton John and Gary Osborne. So pretty cool, huh? So, but anyway, it's just the one song, nothing else. And I have actually a ton of songbooks, and I've got a few of them out on eBay. I've got a bunch more I really should be posting. But I've had some pretty good luck with selling those on eBay in the past. So. But I thought I'd give somebody a shot at this if anybody's interested in that kind of a thing. But like I said, I thought it was an unusual thing to start with. And if anybody's out there who's an Elton John fan, and I always try to say, at least throughout the auction here, if you're coming in later, or if you're watching this after we're done, and it hasn't sold or it doesn't look like it's sold, email me. My email's in the top of the chat. So, okay, we'll pass on this. That's okay. I didn't know if we have the right audience for this or not, but we will pull that out. And again, somebody sees it later and they say, yeah. And if you're a reseller, there's still a lot of room to be made on that as a reseller. So, okay. Like I said, we'll start with a couple of non-jewelry items, and we're going to go with a biggie. A little bit of Ray Dunn. Let me get the camera down at the right angle here so you can see it properly. Oh, that's too close. Back it up a bit there. I'm still get it back to the camera to show the whole thing. There. Okay. So as you can see, it's a Ray Dunn, and you can always tell from the style of writing on it. And we'll start this at, I think it was $10 I had down there for that, right? Yeah, $10. So brand still has the original tag on it here, and this little burlap piece that was tied to it, just to show you that it is Ray Dunn, and it's got a little plug on the bottom for cleaning, which is kind of cool. That's item number 202, I guess. So that's what it looks like. Ooh, a little smudging on the back there, a little dirt, but that's probably from where I had it stored. Not a scratch, it's just dirt. I didn't realize that. I just pulled it out and threw it up there. I'll throw it on the counter here. So, anyway, there's a Ray Dunn. I have a couple Ray Dunn items tonight, actually. We'll see the other one a little bit later. I also have some glass paperweight and a glass sculpture, and I have a couple of bags of Vera Bradley's. So we'll have some variety, not all just jewelry, but anyway. So there's that. I know there are some people out there who are big collectors of Ray Dunn. So, and I did price this one. I did comp it. And I'm asking way less than what is being asked out there in the online world. Oh, often you're a bargain. But if there's nobody interested in that particular thing, that's fine. I wouldn't put this up in my house because we have a problem with a bear. And if you thought there was any kind of thing in here that was worth grabbing, it would end up on the ground in pieces. So we have to really be careful. Okay, well, I got a whole box full of jewelry, so let's start with something here. Let me see here what we can grab at random here. I'm going to put this other light on so you can see what I'm doing. There. Okay. So just going to check off things I'm showing here. Just keep track of it. All right. So we got, this is a cute one. Necklace. Let me just trying. I always have trouble with these little tiny plastic bags. And I keep the jewelry in plastic bags now because it keeps them from tangling. There. Now, I don't know if I should try and display this one. See, I've got my display here. Yep, I do. And I just got to get my inventory tag out of the way here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to lay it on the table. I think it's going to show the best this way anyway. Okay. And let's bring the camera down. I think I'm going to have to bring the camera up and closer like that so you can see the detail. Yeah, let's get that to focus. So this is a cow that is stuck on the moon necklace. It's silver tone. I don't think there's any markings on here. I didn't look, to be honest. No markings. And there are no markings on the pendant itself, but I'll show you it up close here. You put a pass on that other thing. So we put a pass on the radon, and we do a. Oh, come on, computer. Don't. I've been having computer problems off and on all day today. I had to shut down my entire system and my whole connections and everything into the house and restart it. And it's still not happy. So we'll start this one at $6. So let me show you it's kind of a pewtery color. I don't know if it's pewter or not, but there's the cow stuck on the moon. I didn't see any markings on it. But sometimes when I put it up close like this on camera, I'll all of a sudden see something. And this is what the chain looks like. It's very interesting chain pattern, actually. And then it has the extender and the lobster claw style clasp. I would guess this is without the extender, which is the way it's sort of with the extender right now. Looks like it's about 16. Grab my ruler here, and yeah, 16. And with the 2-inch extender, so you can go to 18. So you've heard of the cow jumped over the moon. Well, this one didn't make it. He got stuck. As you go by the little nursery rhyme. Sorry, gotta grab a drink. So cute, but let me see. There's the cow. There's the moon. Okay. We will pass on that. No, excuse me. And put him back in his little bag for storage. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. They're warm and healthy. Okay. All right. Let's start with. Let's go with the. Let's go with one of these. We have a dichroic glass. I actually met the woman that makes these. She's very sweet. And so it's on a gold tone chain. It's not gold, but gold tone chain. And she didn't write that. Oh, okay. So I'm going to call this one. This is the. See, she gave me a different thing here. I'm trying to compare it to the other two. I've got another one besides that one. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, so it must be this. She must call this the abstract one. Okay, so we're calling this the abstract dichroic glass pendant on gold tone chain. And we're starting these at $8. And I'll give you hold it in my hand so you get a size of scale here. You can see against my thumb. My thumb's roughly an inch across. So we get it up close here so you can see it. So this is something that this person makes, and we put it on looks like about an 18-inch chain. Just so you can see. Actually, I'm trying to get the light hand that get that just right. There we go. It's there we go. But kind of different. There's the back. Just to say this is the way dichroic glass works, and this, if I believe what she told us, what she used to get for these, I'm giving you such a bargain. And that's just for the pendant alone, not including the chain is just a gold tone chain. So, but if we can give you something to use with it, there it is. We're calling this the abstract dichroic glass pendant, gold tone chain, $8. Let's see. That one off. I want to go with something really unusual. I've done something like this once before, and this is a vintage item. I looked it up. I'll pass on this guy. Put them over here for a minute. We put these down. These are brand new. They're not opera gloves, but they're very long gloves. I'm going to bring the camera. I have to bring the camera way up for this to show you the whole piece. Oops, let me get rid of that message on there. So, and they still have the original tag right there. I'll show you them more up close here in a minute. These are vintage, I think, from what I could find out in my research, 60s vintage. And I think they're leather, but I'm going to put that as a question mark. Size, I think they said they were size 6'7". Gloves, white, obviously. What did she say? These, I don't think it was much. Not $6. Starting bid at $6. So these are brand new. They're still, fastened together here. Made by this company called Finale, and Self Stretch A. You can see it says fits size 6 through 7. She thinks when they say that size, that means that's roughly your ring size. I don't know. So if that's true, 7 is a pretty typical ring size for many women. So, but there they are, and they have a. You can see why I think if you can see that pattern. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the light to hit that just right. You can see there's a little bit of a pattern here, like a leathery, like it's very, very fine, very, very fine, and the craftsmanship on this is really, really good. But beautiful pair of gloves. So, if there's any interest in those, I know there are people that still wear gloves for certain events, and obviously for weddings or things like that, they would also be something to be considered. But they're very soft, very, very soft. But there they are. I say brand new. But they're vintage. So I'm really surprised that something that old was never used apparently. So okay, now I look up the next item here. I'm just grabbing things at random out of the bag here. Oh, I like this one. Let's do this one. This one's actually a brand name. Well, I have rings tonight too, which is something I don't often have. In fact, we see here. Get the name right. Okay. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Okay. All right. Well, we'll pass on the gloves. That's okay. We'll stick them back in there. Nice little plastic bag. Keep them clean. Look at this really pretty red necklace. You'll see there's a name on there. I'll show that in a minute. I'll try and keep track of what I've shown. Where are they? Okay. Okay. So this is red glass and gold tone necklace. And we're starting this at $6. I think. Yes. And yeah. And the brand is Two Sisters. They are a brand name. Don't know if a particular store carries this brand or not, but that's not something I would be familiar with. But there's the name, Two Sisters. I think this is not including the extender. Looks like again it's going to be about 16, I think, and yeah, about 16 plus the extender. So you're talking, up to 18-inch. Let me show it up close here so you can see it. What it looks like. And then, like I said, there's the clasp. There's a round, not the lobster claw style, but the round style clasp with the extender. About a 2-inch extender on it. Very pretty. Catches the light nicely. Okay. How about we do our? Well, let's wait a few minutes on that. We'll do another necklace. We'll do a ring. How's that? Not that one. Let's save that for later. Yeah, let me go with this one. Okay. I'll put it on the holder here just so I can type it up here. All right, I'm going to pass on this. And we're going to go with this ring. I need to get a size for you. So this is we're calling it a purple stone, but it's gold electroplate. And I'll tell you what it says on there. Ring. And I'll get a size here for you in a second. It's one thing I forgot to do before I started all this. Size this thing. So let me take that down. And we'll get a really good look at it here in a minute. So I'll put it on the mandrel. And hopefully the string won't affect it too much. I think it will, size-wise. Move it up here so it's not on there. Yeah. Looks like it's about a size 8 3/4. There's the 8, and there's the 9 right below it. So, and there's what it looks like. You can see what we call it the purple stone, and there's some clear pieces in there. It says, let me get my loop. I can't see that without my loop. Oh my. It's a 14-karat gold electroplate. So I'm going to put that right there like that. Bring the camera down so it's right up close. There we go. Okay, I know the black doesn't do it any justice, but we'll go with that. Okay, so size 8.75 roughly. Purples, we're calling it the purple stone. 14K gold electroplate ring. And we're going to start this one at $12. No, I'll just actually what I'll do is I'll put it on my pinky because I think that does it. It does it show nicely that way. Oh yeah, there we go. So you get to see it real up close. Very colorful, very pretty ring. And 14 karat gold electroplate. And I think it says Taiwan on it as well. So not China. Oh, I gotta put that up on the screen. There we go. It's a pretty pretty ring. My wife would have kept it if it would fit her, but it wouldn't. Let's see if I can double check that size, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. It's almost a 9. It's right close to a 9. Maybe if I took the string off it, it would be a 9. Let me see. Let me double check just to make sure. Just in case somebody is really a 9 out there and it would be just a little too tight for them. Sorry, my fingers are not as adept as they used to be. Oh, that didn't work. Bear with me again. I guess I'm trying to get this string off there so I can give you the proper size. I'll do that with the next one as well. I'll take it off before I show it. It's just so we can keep track of things. It's getting to be where my inventory is getting to be cumbersome. I don't keep things marked. So without the string, let's see where it falls. Oh yeah, it falls right on the 9. So it is a 9. I should have done that in the first place. So you say very pretty. Okay. No interest in the ring. That's all right. Let me put things away here. And we'll do, oh my goodness. Now I can get the string back on it. One of these days I'm going to get a helper. Okay, there we go. That's out of the way. All right. Let's see here. How about this nice silver tone necklace? And it's got an interesting pendant on the bottom with a green flower. I'm going to have to bring the camera back up again to show the whole thing. There. Let me get rid of that message. Okay. And so we're calling this the green floral necklace, silver tone. It may be silver plated. We're not sure. Get a chance to check it. We're starting this at, I'm guessing, $7. What happened? My camera moved. That could be dangerous. There. So let me show it up close. It's got a fairly long chain on it, like this, that you can definitely make it really, really short, like so, if you wanted. It's that kind of that ribbony material, silver-like, and then this is looks like welded right onto the base of it. Oops, sorry. With these two little dangly pieces here. Very bright, colorful, catchy green, catches the light. And there's no markings on it that I could find, and hence why I'm saying I think it's silver plate, not silver. But yeah, shows it better. I'm gonna try and show it nicely here. There we go. Okay. I'll leave that up while I figure out what's next. Oh, I gotta take some notes here too before I forget to do that. Of what I've shown. And green floral. Okay. I'm still trying to look for it on my list here. All right. Well, be that as it may, we will still set it aside and put it back in its little bag. And how about we do a Vera? I've got two. Let me do this one first. They were both in the preview, but you couldn't see them very well. Let me back at the camera. There we go. Still not showing at all. There. Okay, so this is what I guess they call this a crossbody bag. And it's kind of a pink is I guess you would call the dominant color. So fairly long cloth strap. So there's the Vera Bradley zipper right there. So there's one pocket there. There's the interior. Very, very clean. It is not new, but it's very, very clean. There's the interior pocket and the Vera Bradley name there. You can see it. And there's this working zipper here. And then the other side has another smaller pocket here, like a cell phone size pocket. And that zipper is fine. Although there's also another non-zippered pocket here. Oh, I left a piece of paper in there. Oh, it's one of those cleaning cloths for your glasses. That's cute. They didn't leave any money. But, so there it is. Then let's see, what was I asking for that one? Oh, I'm going to call this the pink Vera Bradley. I think they call it a crossbody bag. We'll start this at $9. Yeah, if there's any interest. I think I've shown you everything you need to see. You see all the zippers work. It's very, very clean. There's Vera Bradley on the spring. There's this adjustable strap. Pretty wide strap too, which is nice. A person who's played musical instruments that have straps like guitars and things, it's always nice to have a wider strap. It doesn't dig into your shoulder. Any interest in that? So I think they call this is from what they call the hipster line, I think. And I say that because of this. Some of the ones I've seen called hipster have the same vertical sewing here on this. And you'll see the other one I have is very similar to that, different color. Okay, no interest in the Vera. It's awful quiet out there in the chat. All one I've seen out there has been Marlene. So, all right, we'll pass on that. Again, somebody sees this later, and they're interested. Okay, let's go with this piece. Another gold toned necklace. This one's got little faux pearls in it. Bring this up, back up again here. Bring it back down. There. I don't know if there's a name on this one. Look. I have one of these that says Korea on it. I don't know if this is it. Yeah, this is the one. So this one says Korea on it. So made in Korea. Give me that message on the screen. Gold tone with pearl necklace. Oh, why is that not typing? Do I want to type? Oh, come on. Seriously, no? Oh. Gold tone. I'm going to have to fix my... I should fix my computer so it does voice recognition. And the $8 start on this. We'll give you a better view here of it. So we'll mark it down here. Down. Okay. So there's the base of it. And the back of it. And then you can see it's that ribbon style chain again, like the silver one we had earlier, with a round type clasp. No extender chain on this at all. So this is a fixed size. I think I'm going to say that's about 16, maybe even 14. Yeah, 14. Looks like 14. So it would be closer to not quite a choker, but one very close. So pretty, very pretty. Okay. Alrighty. All right, we'll pass on that. Put that away in this little bag. If I had one. What did I do with the bag? Well. I must have dropped it somewhere. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep things from tangling here, so I'm trying to put them back in a bag so they're stored that way. Okay, another ring, and this time I'm taking the string off it before I show it, so I can show you the proper size. Give me a second. Oh, come on. I just had that. I think I put the string right back on. Oh my. Yeah, let's see if that works. Sort of did. Huh. Well, I'm flabbergasted now. I figure out what I did wrong. Oh, I see. All this convenience of having the things marked for my inventory was making it very inconvenient for showing it. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put this on the mandrel to show you the size first. And this one is a size 7. Right on the mark. Okay, and there's what it looks like. Looks like little flowers with a crystal in the center. I'll set that right there for a second while I type it up because, oh, good grief, do it again. I keep going. And we'll start this one at $6. It is an Avon ring. So I think I can fit that on my pinky so you can see it better. And you can see it's a double band kind of thing on it. On the front, and it's joined on the bottom, and you might be able to make out the Avon writing. You can see the Avon writing there at the base. Right there. But there it is. Again. Sorry, my fingers are not the best fingers for displaying rings, but it gives you a rough idea. A size 7 doesn't even fit on my pinky, so tell how big my fingers are. Set that on there just so you can get an idea. Actually, that's not too bad on there. Okay. Oh, I didn't show it up on the screen. Let's do that. Green floral cat's eye. Okay. Yes. Okay, Marlene. You write your name down and put that in the chat here. Oh, go again. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Boy. Sorry, I'm really doing a terrible job of typing tonight. Get the right price on that. I think the green floral was. Oh, I have it right in front of me here somewhere. There it is. It was 7. Okay. Okay. You're rewatching. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, we'll leave that ring up for a second while I grab your stuff and make sure I write your name on it. And grab the dichroic one. Put that aside for you as well. There, thank you. Okay, set that aside. All right, now we'll pass on this other ring. That's fine. Let me retag that. Meanwhile, I will put up the other Ray Dunn item I have. which is really cute. It's a pet food dish. And I was surprised what these go for. Crazy prices out there, but I'm not going to be crazy. Let me just type it in here. I keep typing the wrong thing. We'll start this one at $10. Let's while you're perusing that, I will take care of this other piece. So I'm assuming, Marlene, you were out for your evening walk with the dogs. I hope. It was a nice night for you, I should say. Like I said, I took my dog out today, but we didn't go down the road. She has been she has a what do I call it, angular dysfunction in one of her the dog dish has an angular dysfunction in her front right leg. She's a Basset mix, and she has her typical Basset feet, but her leg kind of turns under a little bit, and so we pet sat our daughter's mixed breed dog. It's a mixture of, I think, Chesapeake Bay Retriever and a Lab, and they get along great. But she just plays really rough. Not our dog plays rough, not their dog, and she just goes nuts playing with her. And I think she overdid it and strained her foot. So running from a coyote, oh my. Oh my! Yeah, we have them here. In fact, we lost a good sized bird out in our yard. Well, we found one of the feathers, and we figured it's about the size of a crow. It looks like, and we figured it wouldn't be one of the neighborhood cats. It's a cat, two cats across the street that venture. We had to try and catch our birds, but this is not that. This was too big for that, even for a cat. Yeah, we haven't quite figured out what a bird is. All it was is a bunch of black feathers, so we couldn't tell for sure. But very large enough to be crow, but which we do have around here. So, although we've got 3 ravens that love to hang out here, and they're cool to watch, and they don't seem to bother the other birds. And we have a hawk that's around here occasionally. But anyway, okay. Well, there's the pet dish. Oh, I didn't show the bottom. Sorry, I was so busy taking care of stuff. So there it is. It's. I don't think this is ever used. It looks it's spotless, not stained or anything. So no chips or anything like that. You can see from the bottom. It just doesn't. You get that wear along the edges. It's hardly anything at all. I think it's just from wherever it was stored. So yeah, those ravens are incredibly smart. They are interesting to hear them talking back and forth through the trees at each other. They quite the characters. All right. Just trying to write your name down here too at the same time. Make sure I get this squared away here. Oh yeah, this one. That's you, and the green one. Huh. All right. Weird. Okay, let's go to some jewelry. Let's pass on this. Yeah, it's about, what did I say? I didn't even say the size, but it looks like it's about 5 inches. Yeah, just almost 5.5 inches across and about 2 inches deep. So, okay. Where did I keep that? Oh, yeah. More jewelry. What is this one? Oh, I haven't done the earrings yet. Let's do some earrings. So these don't have a tag. Let's see if she gave me a description for it. These are post earrings. I don't see any markings on them. What did I do with my loop? It's down somewhere. I was just going to take a quick look to see if it was marked, but I don't see anything under the light here. But I don't have a card to put these on, so I'm just going to have to set them up like this and bring the camera down as best I can and see those earrings. I just thought she had written them down for me. Oh, here it is. She's calling it the pink stone earrings. So, and we'll start those at $7. They're silver tone with a pink. Now, I didn't see any markings on them at all. Although she was wondering if there was some silver plating or something like that on them. But to give you an idea, you see how the stone catches the light. If I take the light away, you'll see it. You won't see the banding so much, but it's still there. It's more intense under the light. And then the back looks like that. So you can see the style of fastener it is. We'll call it the pink stone earrings. Pen. Okay. They're like a cat's eye. Yeah. Exactly. It all depends on how you turn them in the light. But the dominant colors are definitely pink in there. It may not show it that well here in this light. If I pull it away a little bit so it's not so intense, or turn the light down a little bit. Yeah, a little shadowy, but then you can see. Anyway. Okay. All right. Like I said, a lot to show tonight, so we'll pass on those. Get that off my list. And put them in the bag. Oh, we haven't done any bracelets yet either tonight. Let's do a bracelet. I think I had this in the preview, actually. So I'm going to put that up there. We're calling this the green pendant from preview. Green pendant. Oh, yes, another one. Okay, I'll do that right after this bracelet. So, this bracelet, what she calls this? She calls this the skull bracelet. My wife did a lot of the work for me today on this. And like I said, at the beginning, I had to get up at 6:30 this morning to go to work for an early 7:30 meeting, and I actually ended up waking up at 6 before the alarm. So I'm we'll start this. I think she won $5, and we'll show it up close here. Let me give you the dimensions. Looks like it's 2.5 inch diameter, and I'll show you what it looks like up close. There's the skull, right? And there's no markings on this on the inside, I can tell. Very smooth on the inside. And there are the occasional, looks like crystal in it here between the skulls, like that. there. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I only work half days, so if I go in early at 7:30, I'm done by 11:30. Before I was working 8:30 to 12:30. Now I'm working 7:30 to 11:30. So not so bad, but it just means getting used to a different schedule for a little while. And I don't think it's going to stay that way. It's going to be that way for just maybe a week or two. So I work with a team in India, and they're 9.5 hours difference ahead of us. So my 7:30 in the morning is, what is that? 4 in the afternoon to them, something like that. Yeah, they're good people. They're great. They're really smart. I love working with them. Okay, well, no interest in the race then, but that's okay. Yeah, of the 15 or 16 people in the meeting, I think only 6 of us are here in the U.S. The rest are in India. Like I said, though, they're really top-notch people. So, okay, the other one from the preview, I think this is the one you're talking about. Also on a gold chain. Also dichroic glass. Right. Very fluorescently kind of green. Like I said, I know we met the woman that makes these. And we're going to start this at $8 also. So, but yeah, so there's the front, and the back is just like that. So this gives you an idea, and it's just on like I say, we just put on a gold tone chain, which somehow I managed to tangle up with my string. We'll fix that. There we go. Oh, I can get rid of that skull bracelet message. Pick that one up. There we go. So, but no, she this is an independent. I see Marlene at 8. She's they're actually moving to. I think she said they were moving to South Carolina, and she's no longer going to be making them. So, she was really sweet. But anyway, okay. Well, we're gonna say going once, going twice. Last call. So, to Marlene for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put that back in its little bag. Write your name on it. Yeah, it's really kind of a cool fluorescent green. I don't know how she did that, but it's pretty cool. Okay, put that with your other stuff. Oh, I take that screen off the screen. What was I going? Oh yes. This was not in the preview, but I picked this up recently. The little pig paperweight with controlled bubbles in the glass. Really cool. EITT. We'll start this at, I think I wanted, $10 start on that. And that's again, I comped this one because I had no idea what I should be asking for this, and I'm way lower than what I saw I'm going for, but I didn't want to be crazy on it either. So, but you can see it's a little pig, blown glass, no signature on the bottom that I could see, because I know there's a couple famous artists that do this kind of stuff. But you can see the controlled bubbles in there. That's the amazing part. That's actually on purpose to do that. And it's quite a pattern they've got in there of the controlled bubbles. I don't know if you can make that out or not, but it is a pattern. It's not random. It does seem to have a fairly distinct pattern. Cute though, huh? Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I misplaced something. I had in my hands just a minute ago. There it is. Okay. Yeah, found it. Sorry, I was just trying to keep up to date here on what I'm showing. I'm just trying to find. Oh, there they are. Okay. The next item I'm showing some earrings. Okay, we'll pass on the pig. And we have some hand beaded earrings, very colorful. Get the camera down here. There we go. With a little simple shovel hook, gold tone shovel hook. Not shovel hook, sorry. One of those kind of clip type hooks. What did you call these? I think you just call these a beaded earring. Yeah. $6. $6 start on that. Yeah, if there's any interest. And you can see from my thumb, they're roughly, I'd say they're roughly an inch and a half long, not including the hook. So yeah. So it's a kind of a rainbow of colors here. I'll bring it up close. With green at the top and green at the bottom, and purple and blue and red and yellow. And there's these two like glass. These are glass as well. And look kind of a dark, navy blue almost, maybe, or a kind of a navy blue, I guess you call it. But there they are. Oh, that's just to show you the clasp. There it is. Just the gold tone wire, and catch. Okay. Yeah. This one's marked or not. I think it is. Some of these rings I'm showing tonight, they're very easy to know what they are, what they're marked. Some of them we've got not so much so. And this is one of them. It's coming up next. If I can get the string off of it. So I learned that I should not leave the string on when I'm showing it on the mandrel. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll pass on these. And I hope everybody's doing well tonight that's here and watching. Lurking, if you are, that's okay. I'll put this ring here for a second while I put these earrings away. So lately I haven't had much for rings, and all of a sudden we just seem to come into some. So this one is not marked. The person that had these thought these might be gold electroplate, but they're not marked that way, so I'm not going to say so. But that's that's a 6 3/4, I'd say. Wouldn't you? There's the 7 mark right below it, and yeah, so I call that 6 3/4 with a opal-like stone and crystals. And like I said, I didn't see any markings on here. So I'm going to call this the faux opal and crystal. What did I say? Size 6 3/4 ring. We'll start this at $8. Boy, didn't like to focus on that, does it? Let me again display it on my pinky so you get a better idea of what it looks like. And these do have a bit of a cast to them that makes them look like an opal. You know how the opal has that kind of an opalescent look? Opalescent opal. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about that. But they don't. I know the camera they look more solid, but they actually when you're seeing it up close and in person in the light, it's not so much so. And you can see the way it's mounted. Again, I didn't see anywhere any marks on this anywhere. There is that. It's a very pretty ring, yes. I like these are the kind of rings that I think are very attractive to me personally. And, everybody has their own personal taste, but these are the types of rings I'm not one for the statement pieces, as they call them. So let's see. Let's do these next. Okay, this is it's going to be a necklace bracelet set. I'm going to show next. Okay, pass on the ring. Put that up here so I can put the tag back on it. Let me move this tag outward from where it is on this necklace because it's kind of in a bad spot. Give me a second. It's kind of right in the primary visual area of the ring, of the necklace. Will kind of distract, I think. Oh, shoot. Still didn't get it right. I did bring my tweezers. Usually for stuff like this, I use tweezers. I don't want to have to cut the string. But I'll give you an idea here. I'm going to separate the two pieces here for starters. And give you a teaser on what the bracelet looks like. And there is no name on this. No. So there's the bracelet. And it's sort of that off-white kind of pearl finish. And why is this giving me trouble now? No, I am going to have to cut the string. I can't get it undone. There. And there's the necklace that goes with it. So bring the camera up a little bit so you can see it better. Bracelet. Oops, string on my finger. on the necklace. And I'll give you some measurements here in a minute. What did she say? She said faux pearl. And bracelet. And we'll start this at $6. My camera slid down again. There. Okay. So you can see it's got a gold tone clasp. Again, no markings on it on there. I would guess this is going to be close to 16 or 18. Yep, 18. I would say 18. The bracelet's probably a 7 or 7.5. Very typical. Do they scratch? You mean, can I scratch them? I don't know. You mean, because I know some of those the fake pearl ones, they kind of look like they're plastic, but I don't see anything like that on a kind of wear. They get this kind of a look on the beads, and they graduated here, as you can see. I don't see any kind of wear on these, and it would be in larger ones most likely, but these are really clean. Yeah. For full pearl, pretty reasonable. So no, as I just showed you, I don't see anything peel. If there was any peel on them, I would have never brought them here. My wife and I both look at them to make sure that they're not, because I know that some of them, what they do is they coat them almost like with an enamel, and to make them look the color they are. But these seem to be really well made. So for fake. Oh, I see your bid. So let's go once. Excuse me. Going twice. Last call. Sold, Marlon, for $6. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Almost got it done before I close it all out. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Let me put that, mark that in a bag. I just had my marker. There it is. And bag that up. Okay. A few more rings. Let me see. Do I get more earrings? Yeah, I'll get another pair of earrings. Let's do that. Let me check off my list first for the pearls. Huh. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Okay, no, that's not the one. That's not what I want to show. Nope. There we are. I have a pair of earrings by Laura Birch. And it's not B-I-R-C-H, R-S-R-C-H. It is B-U-R-C-H. So I'll show you the name on the back in a minute here. But I think it's Laura or Lauren. look again. Laurel. I don't think we wanted a lot for those. $6. Okay. Those Laurel Birch earrings. This is a shepherd's hook and the name on the back. Oh, that focused nicely. There we go. Yeah. So they're really a gold tone on the back, and then in the front it's got the gold striping. I'm trying to get that to show in the light just right, but it's not. Take the light away and see if it does a better job. There we go. That's a little better. Not quite so intense. Gold, and with white, kind of an off-white there in the middle, and black, and gold stripes. So, okay, I see Lenny at 6, so I'll say going once, going twice. Let's call. So tomorrow Lenny for $6. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's put them in your bag. Okay. I knew I wanted to show this one decent and nice. Oh, I know what I want to show, because it's getting already close to 10 o'clock, and I'm trying to make sure I get some of the nice stuff shown up front here. Where was that? The one I did say I had silver items tonight, and I wanted to make sure you saw this one. So this is a sterling silver chain and a sterling silver pendant. It's sort of an interesting character thing. What should say? We're starting this at 14. So both items are marked, and we guarantee that they are silver. So there's the back. You can see the marking sort of on the bottom down there. But what it is, it looks like, basically it looks like a Huck Finn type of character. For those that are familiar with that story. And in the moon, so you see the moon, but you see a profile. So instead of the man in the moon, it's the boy in the moon. It's a lightweight. So we kept it on a fairly lightweight chain. And the chain there's the chain, and you can see the marking on that. And the chain pattern is kind of cool too, I think. It's kind of a twisted kind of stainless looking piece. It's really cool. It's light though, very, very light. So this is a very lightweight piece. But again, my string getting in the way here, but I think that's an 18-inch chain. So yeah, 18. I would say close to 18. Yep. So let me show it up close again so you can see it, the pattern of the character. I'm see if I can get the light away from that. I think it comes out that you don't get the lighting correctly on it, and it kind of throws it off a little bit. But you can see it's a little boy with a hat. Think of Huckleberry Finn from the series of stories, and that's that style of appearance in there. See if I can get to catch the light, catch that just right. I'm trying to get that so it's not so intense. But yeah, turn it down a little bit. That helps. This other light's too much, I think, too. There, that's not bad. But anyway, that's really nice little piece. Okay. Oh no! Yeah, my phone was dying earlier today, and it never does that. And it was extremely unusual. It drove me crazy. Okay. I'm not sure quite why it was so bad, but what was that? Anyway, okay. Where was that on here? There. So, okay. Let's do. Let's see. Okay, what did I do with the bag? There it is. Okay, we'll pass on. Oops, I didn't post that on the screen. Earrings. Let's do some earrings. Let me find these earrings. That's what we're just talking about. Oh yeah, that's the one. Okay. All right. So we'll put some earrings up here in a second. So here's a pair of earrings, and she thinks the hooks are sterling, but she wasn't sure. I was looking at them to see if they were marked. They weren't. If they're not sterling, they're probably plated. But okay, so I think she calls these the Stars and Sun earrings. Starting these at $6. I'll show them up closer in a second as soon as I put this other piece away. Okay. So just so you get an idea, I bring the light up closer so it shows it better a little bit, I hope. You can see the moon and the stars. It's kind of a blue enamel finish to it. And that's the back. No signature markings or anything of the sort on the back. I thought it might be marked at one time, but it just turned out to be some sponges, that's all. That made me, that fooled my eyes, my bad eyesight. But it's kind of a aqua bluish color there, a little bit of swirl in the center. It's not a stone. I don't think. I think it's just enamel. Kind of a swirly enamel finish. The other one's the same, of course. I see Merlini at 6. Hopefully going once. Going twice. Last call. Sold Merlini for $6. Thank you. Yeah. Mark that down. Put the name there on the list. Okay. What is this one? Oh, locket. What a gold tone. Oh, I got the chain all tangled up somehow. Let me set that aside for a second. I'll come back to that. I'll make sure it's untangled. I'll show it. So we'll go with this other gold tone piece. And we'll get some more rings. This one would be for, I guess you'd call it. There used to be a place in Rhinebeck, New York. It had an airfield. They call it the Aerodrome. And they flew biplanes out of there back in the day, and even until recently. But this is what this is a gold tone chain biplane, the old original. So what's we're going to call it? We're going to call it the biplane necklace. And oops. Good thing spell check's watching me, I'll tell you. We'll start this one at $6. Well, that's a common number tonight. 666. 6 numbers. I shouldn't have said 666. That's bad. That's terrible. Okay. All right. And that's the biplane necklace. Checking it off my list. Oh, I'm going to change that. This is showing. So yeah, it's a very delicate little gold tone chain. No extension or anything like that on it. Don't think there's any tag. The tag on it doesn't have any kind of labeling or anything. But the biplane looks like that. Very lightweight. You actually could. The interesting thing about it is you can wear it. There's no front or back to it. It looks like a plane no matter which way you look at it. So it's pretty cool that way. So you can't have the necklace hanging the wrong way. Okay. Meanwhile, while that's up there for a second, let me see if I can untangle this locket one. I somehow managed to, even though I put it in my bag to keep it from tangling, I still managed to tangle it anyway. That happens. But I'm really good at that, untangling these things. There. Just gotta get the string. It's the okay. What did I do here? Okay, I see what I did. Okay. All right, we'll pass on this one. No aerodrome or biplane enthusiasts out there. So this has got a tiny little locket on the end. And we'll call this the gold tone locket. We'll start this at 5. I think she wanted it. 5. So I'll bring it up close. You can see it. You can see it's very tiny against my finger. So it does open. Sort of. Sure. Let's go get it right. My fingernail in there, right? There we go. There it is, opened. That's a good thing that it opens a little stiffly. So whatever's in there won't fall out easily. It looks like about a 16 to 18 inch chain, gold tone chain. You can say let's say 17 inch, yeah, something like that. So chain on it with a clasp like that. You can see the very delicate little tiny chain. So very delicately worn. And the front of the locket's got the. It's too intense again. Pull the light away. This camera overcompensates, I swear. Just got the pattern on the front, and then the back is just that. It's got like little flowers, 3 flowers on the front. Okay. I leave that for a moment. We'll get the other. Oh, I like this one. This. I don't think there's any markings on this one either. Let me get another ring that I need to get the string off of. As I try to get this off here without too much ado. I really didn't think the string would make that much difference, but it really does. Come on. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we'll pass on this. And we'll show you another ring. We'll set that right there for now in this nice little display here. And we'll put this aside and get the mandrel out. We'll get the measurements on this one. This one's a much smaller ring. This one looks like it's about a size. It's right between 6 and 6 1/4. I guess I would call it a 6. And it has a faux green stone in it, as you can see. I'll set that right there. I put it on the mirror because it really does help show it better, I think, than putting it on the plain white surface. I just realized that, and I forgot to do that with the earlier stuff. So, let me look at my notes here for that. I just had that in my hand. So we're calling this the green stone. Oops. Ring. What did I say? Size 6 ring. We'll start this at $8. And I'll show it on my finger here again in a minute. I just trying to put some stuff away here so I don't mess things up. Okay. So, oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. So, I'm trying to organize here. We put things away properly. This room is getting to be a mess, and I'm losing control. There we go. Okay, no interest in the ring. Let me show it on my finger just to be I can't get it on my pinky any further than that, but just to give you an idea what it looks like. Size 6. Okay. Pass on the road. And yeah, I remember, Marlon. I think I've had stuff like that for you before. Okay, we get another piece of glass. This one is a dolphin. I wouldn't call this a paperweight. I call this more of just something decorative or collectible, or whatever you want. Like, I think they call this a cobalt blue. That's what I'm gonna type anyway. And we will start this little guy at $7. Okay. Well, that's up there. Like, there's no signature on the bottom. On this one side is what it looks like there. And you can see from my hand up, it's really what, maybe 4 inches, no, less than 4 inches tall, I would say. And this just a hair, what, 3 1/4 inches tall. So, okay. Oh, I forgot. I got one more of those dichroic pendants. I should show that. Okay. All right. Pass on the dolphin. I'm calling this the. Let me bring the camera down. See if we can get that in a better position. Yeah, maybe if I. Hang on a second. Well, I'll call this the purple dichroic glass pendant. That's a gold tone chain like the other one. We'll start in this one. It's also $8. But the angle you see these at is really key to get. Oh, there we go. So you can see the colors. Okay, let's see with dichroic glass. Oh, she signed this one. Huh. But it's a bit of green in there, some purple, blue, really pretty. And I'd say it's on a gold tone chain. Come on, focus. There we go. It didn't really do any justice by having it like that. Yeah. The way the light hits it, it's baking out the camera. I see him here bid at Marlene at 8. We're going to say going once, going twice. Last call. Excuse me. Sold to Marlene for $8. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write your name down. And put that on your name on the bag as well. Okay. Getting near the end of my stuff here, but not quite. Oh, I almost forgot I have another Vera Bradley. I had that in the preview. I really should show it. Very similar to the previous one, but this one's more of a blue. Let me back up a little bit so we can get that in the camera better. There. Another crossbody bag. Just hang the straps up here like this out of the way so they're not bunching up. But there's a catch with this one. So they actually call this, there's actually a name for this one. It's called the Midnight Blue pattern. I'm starting this one at $12. And why a little more? I'll show you why a little more, because you'll see in the chat it has got a wallet with it as well. That's inside. Matching wallet. And the wallet's got a really nice solid clasp here on the front. Place for your credit cards or your store cards, you know, and then there's room in there for more stuff, more cards, and another zippered pouch in the back. Put your keys or whatever. So cute little. First, it goes with it. There's the Vera Bradley thing. There's a zipper. Of course, I can show you to show that the zippers work. Then there's the bag itself, which has a zippered front here. And a pouch there. Like, what's that? Oh, look at that. They left me some money. And then there's like a cell phone pocket there. Yeah, very, very clean. By the way, this is extremely clean. And then another one. This is just like the pink one I had earlier, only this one's blue. And there's the pouch there, and the zipper works there as well. Then the interior is the same as the other, pretty much, except, again, this is the midnight blue pattern. And you see the Vera Bradley tag in there, and then a little pocket on the inside, and the zipper on the top. And the zipper on this one. So there it is. That's a good price for that set. Yes, I agree. I'll even throw in a quarter if you want it. I usually put a coin in the purses if I remember when I ship them to somebody. So they claim that that's supposed to be good luck or whatever. So for those that are superstitious. Well, yep, but there's that. It's the same as the other one. It has an adjustable strap. It's really nice and long, really wide, comfortable strap. And a Vera Bradley logo all around on this thing. So, yeah, good little combo set here. But if there's no interest, we will pass on that. I'm getting tired. I'm trying to decide what to show next, and maybe hold off the other stuff till next week. I'm going to show 2 rings. If anybody's interested in either one of them, that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to call it a night. I think I just fading fast here. And see, I've got more jewelry to show, but I think I'm just going to hold off and we'll show it next week. Hopefully back on Wednesday again. So it works better for me for a number of reasons. But okay, we're going to pass. No Vera Bradley folks out there tonight. That's okay. No Redone folks out there tonight either, apparently. So, put the wallet back inside. I'll put that aside. I think so I'm going to do 2 rings, and we get to go through this whole thing with taking the string off again. So bear with me for a second here. Ooh, this one's going to go much easier. That's good. what happens is the string gets twisted and doesn't want to cooperate. So let's see if we get this. This is got a garnet in it, this one. Very nice ring. And also a gold electroplate. So let me put this one also on the little mirror here because it does a nice job of showing it, I think. And bring the camera up close and down on it. And so there's the ring I'm going to show you as I type it up. And I'll put you a size here. Oh, hang on. I do have to take it back and see which. It's gold electroplate, but I can never remember. I didn't write down the number. It looks like 18. Yeah. Oh, I should get the size. So let's get the size. Ooh, this is a big one. This is a 9. Okay. Here's what it looks like up close. And we're going to start this one at $18. Okay, so there you can see it. A little garnet surrounded by a bunch of crystals. There's the side profile. Set that in there for a second. I show you on my finger. I can actually put this one on my pinky, probably almost all the way, but I don't want to take the chance of it getting stuck there. So gives you an idea. Oops. Of what it's going to look like when you're wearing it. Get up close here. Get focus. Come on, focus. There we go. Very pretty ring. Oh, is that right? Looks like so. I guess sort of see the marking there, maybe on the. If I can get it to focus on the right thing, but it is gold electroplate, size 9. Very pretty ring. Well, a lot of times when it comes to these celebrities, they do try to make inexpensive copies of them. Obviously, nobody can afford. Well, not to say nobody, but most people can't afford what they probably spent on her ring. I'm taking the string off the other one so we can show that one. That'll be all the rings for tonight, and that's pretty much it. Like I say, I'll save I've only got a couple items left, and I'm just getting too tired and sore. All right, we'll pass on this one, and we'll show you one more ring. She's got a green stone in it. We put this over here aside with the other stuff for the time being here. There's some question as to what it is or not. And I'm going to put a question mark next to this. And I don't remember what size. Hang on. Take a look at the size on this one. This one's a 7. It looks just shy of a 7. It's just above the 7 mark, like between the 6.3 and the 6 3/4 and 7. So we're going to call it a 7. She's wants $7 for this one. Yeah, I didn't see any markings on this one, I don't believe. No. There were no markings. No markings. So it'll give you a better idea what it looks like up close without the mandrel and the profile. Very interesting. So, she wasn't sure if that was jade in there or not, but she said sure it looks like it, but we don't have a presidium to test it with. So, and we did test the stones, and they're not diamonds. So, we can test diamonds. We can't test anything else. The tester for the diamonds is very affordable. The presidium tester is not. I know some folks have them, and they're worth it. They're worth their money. But okay. This is going to be the last item for tonight, I think. So we're going to pass on this. And change the settings here. And call it a night. So thank you for anybody who poked in for a little while or for a long while. And thank you for your purchases. And again, if you see something, if you go back and watch the video later and you see something that didn't sell, let me know and email me. My email's at the very top of the chat, the very beginning. And we will see you next week on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, see, Wednesday is May 7th, right? So shouldn't be a problem. I know I have an appointment that afternoon, but it shouldn't be any problem. But yeah, we're weather from the weekend looks but you never know what May is going to bring you. It's just the way it is. So we deal with what we get, and got lots to do, lots to keep me busy. So that's right, almost Mother's Day on the 9th, right? So yeah, the 9th. All right. No, 11th. No, I can never get it straight in my head. Anyway, see if today's the 1st, 2nd. No, I guess it wouldn't be the 9th. It would be the 11th. So Sunday's the 4th. So yes, if I don't see anybody out there by Mother's Day, have a happy Mother's Day, and we celebrate on the 10th. Yeah, Memorial Day's coming up soon too. At least that's a long weekend for me, so that's good. Day off. But, although I'll be taking a day off later this month to go attend my grandson's college graduation. So he's got a dual degree, one in marketing and one in graphics design. So he should do very well. He's a really go-getter, so he'll be fine. So cool. All right. Well, I'm tired. Time to go. Have a good night, everybody, and a blessed night.